It's 5:28. I'm just gonna wait for everybody to start appearing. For once, I'm able to get on a little bit before the event starts. Lately, I've been running around last minute doing all this. So I'm gonna put a huge blurb on right now for people just starting that have never joined us before. Where's the wall? So I'm dropping this. Hey Debbie, how you doing, Miss Mercio? All right, there's a big blurb for people to read that have never joined us before. How easy it is. You just comment sold and which item it is. You got to tell me which item because of the lag with Facebook. I sometimes don't know which item you're referring to when you just say sold. Now, I don't have Don loitering behind me tonight, so I have the computer and my phone to say who wins. So if there's a discrepancy, if everybody else that's in the room, just kind of let me know. I know I only have 2 people in here right now. It's only 5:29, so like I said, I just wanted to make sure I could actually get on and get started on time for once. It hasn't happened in a bit. I was able to actually lock up at 10 to 5 tonight and run around and get everything. The last few weeks we haven't been able to do that, so. And I just have 2 of you right now, so we'll just keep waiting. Let's see, I got a lot of stuff. And a table here. We got a folding table that somebody gave us. Gave us a couple of folding tables. We had a gentleman, a very nice gentleman, donated a bunch of stuff, so we're going to keep the folding tables because we always need these. The TV tables, so they're always good to have. They don't take up much room. So I see a few more people are joining. I'll wait till there's more people. I got 4, and I did do a new video last night on our YouTube channel for Belmont Farmhouse, and there were a few things that I was going to pull for tonight's event, and one of our shoppers down south in Louisiana, she hopped onto that YouTube video and she's already pulled a bunch of stuff, little birdhouse I wanted to do and a couple enamel mugs and stuff. So my voice, I did take Claritin and they were mowing outside today and my allergies just kicked in because I guess, chopping up the leaves and everything. I went outside and just my eyes and everything. I was like, oh no, that's why I've got fake flowers in here now. So, hello Dina. My other Dina's in here still. She's actually working on her space still. So you hear me saying goodbye, Dina. That'll be when she comes by and you'll see her walking by. She can't get out without going past the camera. So I only got a few of you on right now, so we're just going to give it a couple more. It's only 5:30 on the dot. So, a couple more people. So I went in and I put up this event on our event page. So if you go to our Gray Barn event page, you'll see through the rest of the year, the Wednesday nights at 5:30 have been posted. There's been so many changes on Facebook that if you don't click interested or going, you won't get notified in the reminders. You set your own alarm to remind yourself about it. But this way, if you want to do that, then Facebook, hello Carrie, will say when I'm actually popping on here. So we're going to dive in now, and as people join us, after this is over, right now you would comment sold and what item. After the event, and I put up the replay on Facebook, at that point you would direct message us to buy. So without further ado, let's get into this. I picked up, I don't know why I do this to myself, I decided to bring up this heavy item just because it's so cool and unusual, and it hangs that you'd have to make sure you're hitting something pretty hard. This is an early wafer maker by Charles Giunta, Giunta, of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So it has his name on both sides, and you open it up, and you can see, I don't know if it would be like those wafers that they made for the ice kind of sugar candy that goes in between. This is cast, it's got serious weight to it. It's got a 1 and 2 on it, so both pieces are there, and this is $64 for this really cool, if you collect molds, candy molds or any of those kind, this is a nice, neat one, unusual, and like I said, it's got serious weight to it because this was actually used in the manufacturing of those wafers. Now I grabbed this because I'm sure we all have children, grandchildren going away to college or even in your own home. Oops. Do that again with the math. 0.75. All right, I have this from Bronx Man Cave. It is a real road sign. It's not super old. It is reflective. No trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. It is $45 for the official real street sign. I know there's a lot of people with teenagers in their lives or whatever, and or even in college, this would be great in the dorm rooms. That's a real fun one. I was tempted to get it for myself. I don't think Don would appreciate that though. Hello, Barbara. I grabbed this little guy. He's Williamsburg, Virginia. He's in the blue and white Delft style. Now Delft, a lot of people when they hear Delft, they think of blue and white. It's actually a region in Holland, just like Murano is a region in Italy. To say Delft, a lot of people have just associated it with the blue and white, but that's actually not correct. That's just the way it's become now, just like saying Murano glass when it's not actually manufactured in Murano, Italy. It's just a style and a type. He's just $2.40. He's from CJ's Finds. He does have his stopper. It's not crackly or crumbly, so it will work still. So cute little bank. You have a person that collects little piggy banks. He's perfect for that. Or you can tell people you've gone on vacation from Williamsburg and here, I brought you this back. Cheaper way than going on vacation, just buy souvenirs from all the different places and claim you went there. And you can go online and Photoshop yourself into the places and make it look like you've really been going somewhere. I grabbed the Thistle Stangle pottery bowl. It's huge. There's no chips. There's a very small stain here. This is from Burning Sensation Antiques. It is just $24 and it is in fantastic shape. So Stangle was made here, right here in, this one's marked Trenton, New Jersey. A lot of it was made up here in Flemington, New Jersey. So this is really fancy. Usually you find these with chips and cracks or crazing. Like I said, this one just has a very tiny stain down here. It's still very usable. Very nice Stangle Thistle bowl. We can ship that, but it is going to be quite weighty. I'll tell you that right now because it was heavy for me to pick up. From our vendor, Andover Junction tonight. I have this cute, it's not old, but it's a vintage style. It has a print in it, Christmas tray for $11.20. And this is like a laminated little vintage Christmas print in there. The tray is wood. And that is just $11.20 for that from our vendor, Andover Junction. From Vintage Crush, I grabbed this 2-piece oval floral trinket dishes. There are no chips or cracks, but there is some wear to the gold on the edges. And for the set, for both little dishes, there are no markings on the back of them. They are just $4.80. They are both the same. No chips or cracks, just some wear to the gold. Just $4.80 on those. Also from the Bronx Man Cave, let me do the math on this. What did I just do? 15 times 0.75. All right, $13.50. It's an electric candle, vintage, still in the box. And that should still work. That's number 25. It does not have the bulb in it. And it has glitter on it, which I don't think this is the correct candle in this box. I'm gonna say this is, there's a bulb, but I don't think this is the, let me see the base. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, it's just a slightly different style picture from the outside. So that is $13.50 for the candle, vintage candle. I'm getting to that time of year. We're gonna be right out of Halloween very shortly, so it's time to start decorating for Thanksgiving and of course Christmas. So if you know somebody who collects the Santa mugs, he has been reduced by CJ to just $6.40. No chips or cracks. He has no maker's marks on the bottom. I probably have about 50 of these Santa mugs. So he's a nice one. He's not super old, but he's not really new. Probably about the 2000s, early 2000s and 10s. Hey, Miss Kerner. Hey, Miss Leah. So he's just $6.40. Empty shelf right there for now. We redid the store a little bit again up here, so I have a spot to put things. Now this, I'm going to come around and show you up close. She just reduced this. This is a nice old restaurant ware from CJ's Finds, Shenango China. It's a nice bright green. It does have this little discoloration here. I'm trying to, as you can see, but there's no chips or anything. And this is restaurant ware. It was made for the restaurants, hotels, and everything. This is a single serve, and you can see it's got the locking type lid. It's got the double. There is some chipping along on the inside of the teapot. This is a beautiful color. It's got an old stamp on it, and this has been recently reduced to just $6.40. So if you collect little teapots or restaurant ware, this is a good piece. Like I said, there is a little bit of damage on the inside, and you have a discoloration on that spout. Now also from Andover Junction. She had more of these last year. This looks like it's the last one. This is comes with the box. It's a little egg trinket ornament box. So, and that is $12. I don't have any maker's marks or anything. It is porcelain. It does, as you can see, the hinge works great on that. And that is just $12 for the porcelain ornament trinket box. So, how fun would that be if you're giving somebody the good old gift of cash? You can pop that in there, or a little piece of jewelry in that. Put that in there. Put that in this little box for them to have a permanent memento of the gift that you gave them as well. So they can always think of you when they wear that piece of jewelry or go spend that cash every time they take out that ornament every year. I pulled these up. These do not, well, you know what? Let me look again, because I think our battery's dying on the beast. Let me look in the darker area. Nope, okay. These are straight up custard glass. They do not have any trace uranium in them. They did not glow. But you can see it is these are older. These are the late 1800s. Early 1900s. They are in fantastic shape. They're custard glass. They're just $9.60 for the pair. The gold is in amazing condition. The glasses themselves are in really good condition. And it's just $9.60 for the pair. And these are really antiques. So I thought that was a really good deal. Like I said, they are straight up custard glass. There is no uranium in this. And uranium just gives it the glow with the black light. So now this is a little reproduction label, but it's nice vintage. Gives this nice bottle, cute look for $5.60. You can see the little girl on there, the cute little label. It's just like a little apothecary bottle with this cute little Christmas label on there for $5.60 from our vendor at Andover Junction. I grabbed this from CJ's Finds as well. It's a vintage stainless steel tablecraft lemon squeezer, and it is just $2.40. You put your lemon in there and you squeeze, and you get the juice out of there without getting all the lemon seeds and pits coming through there. So probably might work on some other smaller pieces like a tangerine or something if you want to squeeze that juice out of it. Now this is from our vendor on Second Thought. It is marked, I'll come around so you can see the label, marked in Portugal. It is a beautiful ceramic cat. It does have some crazing. Nothing major. You can see that vintage stamp there. Let's see, his eyes are attached. They are not painted on there. I think they're plastic. They're not cold. So this kitty is $12, Portuguese pottery. He's got beautiful floral design on him, and you can see it's a pretty good size to him. Also from On Second Thought, I picked this large guy. Not as heavy as he looks. This is a California Pottery Rooster Casserole for $24. Well, it's actually a chicken. So it's a big chicken on a nest. 2-piece casserole. There's no slot for a spoon or anything. So you have the top half and then our bottom half marked with the California Pottery. And that's just $24. I don't know if this sat on something else because there's these 2 little indentations in the nesting portion, but and this is just really cool. I mean, it looks like it's usable, or if you collect hens on nests, this can be the mother of all your hens on the nests. Bazinga! We have Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. He is from our vendor, The Cat's Meow. He says at one point he was a talking Sheldon. I don't know if he still talks, but he said, Bazinga, was that sarcasm? You're in my spot. He's 32, mint in the box. So if you have a Big Bang Theory fan, or if you yourself are a fan of Jim Parsons and Sheldon, that's still in the box, just $32 for Sheldon. And we also have from The Cat's Meow. This is an unopened movie puzzle for $48. It's 2 by 3 feet. Star Wars Episode 1. Never been open. So if you have a Star Wars fan in your life, from Hasbro, it's the movie teaser poster puzzle. So a pretty cool little gift right there for somebody. All right, that's it for all the stuff I have hidden over here. Now from the Bronx Man Cave. For $11.25, it is an American U.S. Legion ashtray. So again, if you've been in the American Legion or you know somebody who has, that's a fun little gift. You don't have to smoke to collect ashtrays. They always have such fun advertising and things on them, so a nice little gift for somebody. From our vendor, the Hip Chick, is signed. I'll come around so you can see the signature on this little piece of pottery. It's signed RW and then dated as well, June of 1992. That's a pretty little piece of pottery there for is $8.40 for the signed art pottery. From our vendor, Good to Go, on the stage is this tiny, I'm going to bring it over so you can see the signature. It's $4 for this little pitcher, stoneware pitcher. It is signed Abbey, it looks like. I'll get that in there. All right, why can't I get that to focus? There we go. ABATT, Stoneware, Wales. So this cute little guy, you can see how tiny he is, and he's just $4 for that cute little pitcher. Now, also from Good to Go, we're very proud of Nick because he was able to do this 150-piece puzzle. He sat down and he did it to make sure that all the pieces were there. From 1976 for $23.20. It is an opened puzzle. It is Star Trek Series 2 from the TV show, 14 by 10, 150 pieces. And you got Spock and Mr. Kirk there on the front of that. So another good gift for that sci-fi collector in your life that loves Star Trek. We got Star Wars. Never confuse the two because you will have people very mad at you. So, all right. This is a really good deal. Up next from Jazzy Junk, and I'm going to come around and show you because this is multiple pieces. This is an Occupy Japan condiment set. What's so cool about this is it even has the spoon for this really cute little puppy dog. There's the spoon. And you can see it has the opening on the back for the spoon to sit and rest. And it has each little spoon for his little baskets on the side. So cute little set right there. And all the pieces are there. And that is just $9.60 for that Occupy Japan fine little porcelain doggy condiment set from Occupy Japan. So that dates it from around 1948 to about 52. From our vendor, The Looking Glass, who continues to be on 40%. I don't know what she will be next month. $15.60. You got it, Dina. Where's my, oh, here it is. I knew I was prepared tonight. I put it somewhere. That's a very good deal on that little dog set. So nice to actually have it with the little spoons. So we have, this does not have a box or papers. It is marked on the bottom, $15.60 for the Smurfs. So this one's from the 1980s. If you have Smurf collectors, this is one of the Smurfs making a Snow Papa Smurf. And it's got the marking on the bottom there. So if you know somebody who collects Smurfs, or if you yourself collect Smurfs, that's a fun little porcelain edition. And again, that is $15.60 with the discounted price. My hook on here. I grabbed this because to me, this price is right. $4.90 for the little primitive coat rack hook. You got two hooks here, which alone they go for a little bit more than that. They usually go for $3 to $7 each. Two holes here, just drill those into whatever, in your mud, your pantry room or whatever. Nice little coat hook for just $4.90. Little piece of rustic wood on there. Yeah. So grab that because I just thought that was a nice deal. And again, if you're watching this after, as I know a lot of people do, I have a lot of people that watch the replays. If you're watching this on replays, you have to direct message us. I know some reason it looks like it's live on Facebook, but it's not. And You might start commenting. I need direct messages at that point. Right now, you're to comment. This I grabbed. She just brought this in as well from Belmont Farmhouse. I've never seen this piece. I'm coming around so you can see the writing. So this would be $14. And it's actually, let me see if I have a piece of, let me grab a piece of white paper. Or right now I have orange. Where's all my white paper? This might work. Okay, I'll use this. Hopefully this works so you can actually see it. No, not really. There we go. Well, it says always use diamond crystal shaker salt. It is a double-sided little pitcher, measuring cup for 16 ounces, 2 cups, and that's just $14. It's got the nice little handles, and this is most likely the 1930s into the late 40s, and it's a nice advertising measuring cup from Diamond Crystal. Very cool. And that's just $14. Now from the Hip Chick, I just need to take a drink. You got it, Barbara. If you didn't get it, I was going to get it. Yeah, that's a very unusual one. And if you collect measuring cups, that's one that you need for your collection. You're not going to see that one too often. I have Barbara DeGraw first for the measuring cup. On here, and let me just see how it is on my phone. Yep, too slow. Sorry, Miss Kerner. Ah, what am I tripping on? The hooks. Good. Okay. We have another piggy bank from the Hip Chick for $9.80. Again, it's another piece of Portuguese pottery. He's very cute. Again, the stopper is in good shape, so that is a working piggy bank. And that is just $9.80. Again, a great way to give somebody a little gift to keep, and you put some money in there if you're giving, or even, oh, I don't think you'd fit a gift card, but you could fit a bill in there if you wanted to. That's a nice, cute way to give a gift. I have a couple of bells. This one we're going to come up with first tonight. This is brass vintage bell for $12. It has a very unusual, it's got the clapper and then this little extra piece here that hangs down, and it's just very pretty. And this one is $12 and has such a pretty sound to it. And it kind of reminds me of a wind chime with this hanging down. So you could probably hang this one out and have that one if the wind catches it on your porch. And that one's just $12 from Jazzy Junk. Hello, Mr. Latow. Now I grabbed this guy because I thought I remember somebody in our family, I think one of my friends, in the station wagon, the car mounted compass made in Japan. And this is just $8 from our vendor, good to go. So I don't know what came out on this side, but it still works. And I just remember these being in some of our family, you know, the cars, everybody had these in their cars back then. So, and that's just $8. So if you collect compasses, or you know somebody who does, it's a great little vintage find there, and a nice little throwback to the 1960s, 70s. Just reminds me of the station wagons for some reason. I grabbed this. This is a vintage candy tin. It's very unusual in that the label's on the bottom. The way this one's set up, it's very pretty red. It's just $6.30 from our vendor, Belmont Farmhouse. It's very clean inside. I'm going to show you, yes, those cups do measure up. It's got slight embossing to the flowers, and I'm going to come around and show you this really cool label. This is from Cedar Grove, New Jersey, Valerie Sweets, made in Ireland, this candy was. So you can see, it's very unusual with the labels on the bottom like that. So the candy is made in Ireland, the tin was made in England, and then the candy was sold here in Cedar Grove. And that one is just $6.30 from Belmont Farmhouse. All right, get ready. I know people love to have these kind of little things for all their collection of eggs and stuff. $7.70, we have this cute little 6-holder wire egg holder. and he is just $7.70 from our vendor, the Hip Chick. So, and that will hold 6 eggs. So you can bring out your hard-boiled eggs like this, or Easter time, it's really cute, or if you collect the smaller wooden eggs that would fit in there. I know when the time comes, we always have people come in looking for these, and not always easy to find. So if you need a little egg holder, it's just very cute. And some people actually collect those. There's different styles of those. Now this is from our vendor, the Looking Glass. It's not old. He's just $5. A little wooden Nutcracker. It does, and it feels like it's got the. No, okay, that just feels like fake fur. Good. So he's just $5 for the little wooden, not old, made for Rite Aid in China, Nutcracker. Now, unfortunately, I think somebody, Don's here with the puns. I think somebody took Brillo to this way back in the day, and as such, they managed to get rid of a lot of the coloring of the paint on the top of these. These are the vintage, I don't know if they're McKee glass, I forget which brand they are. The milk glass, these are the older ones for $21. The tops, the lids are original. They do have some paint loss, and there is a dent in the one. They are marked made in the USA. They are the milk glass with the windmill. And these are in that kitchen book that I shared the other day. I bought a book the other day. I put it up on Instagram and Facebook, and these guys are like right in the front. Not up for tonight. In the shop, there's plenty of them, but I didn't bring any up for tonight. So this is just a very, very small smattering from each vendor. I grabbed 2 or 3 things. So if you watch our YouTube videos, and if you look at some of the pictures that I do with the booth shots, you might see some ironstone pieces in those, and we'll gladly get you more information on those. Now this is another brass bell. This one is just $5.60, made in India. And this one has a nice little, we do ship actually. We have several people who we do ship to all over, Ohio, Louisiana, Alabama. We have quite a few regular customers that purchase that way. A couple of my people only watch us on YouTube, so I will post this replay up on YouTube. And we had a video up last night from Belmont Farmhouse's booth. I don't remember if there was any ironstone in that one, but like I said, if you look at our Instagram or our Facebook, and you can kind of, on some of the booth shots that I do, if you do the, where you make it bigger, you might see something, and you can just screenshot that or say which. I'm actually coming up to a match striker. I have a small match striker in tonight's pile somewhere. So like I said, we do have some match strikers. I grabbed a small one tonight, which is very shippable. So I have this little bell for just $5.60 for the, it has a very pretty sound. As the vendor says, it has a trilling sound, which is very thrilling. Where's that match strike? Ooh. We have this little match strike that was recently reduced. It is the vintage match holder and striker. It's like a little wheel. I don't see any markings on it. She's just reduced it to $8. She originally had it at $20, and then it's $10, and then the 20% off. There's some wooden matches in there. It looks like it might have been used at one point, or just the cleaning agent got into that. I have not tested it. So we do have this little match strike for $8 from our vendor, Betty's Treasures. I did grab a small piece of Pyrex. We do have a lot of Pyrex in here as well, from Auntie's Attic. This is the small Amish butter print. Let's see, is there a number on this one? 1.5 cup, number 501, the Amish butter print lidded fridge dish. It's in really nice shape. The colors are fantastic. It is $16 with the lid. I don't have any scratches on the lid. And let's see how the condition of this is in very good shape. I'm not seeing any scratches or anything on that. So the Amish butter print Pyrex, just $16 for that cute little fridge dish right there. Now I grabbed this doll because last night, you got it, Mr. Latow. Where did I put it? There it is. Like I said, I did a Belmont Farmhouse video last night, and there were a few things that I was going to bring up. And one of my shoppers who shops us on YouTube grabbed a bunch of the stuff. Yeah, that's a good deal on this. Like I said, she just marked it down. You might have seen it in here, Joe, at the higher price. She finally came down on that one. Half price, actually, so. So I grabbed this doll. I'm not usually a big doll person, but what I love about her is her outfit. And I'm going to come around so you can see her. She's just $4.90 from Belmont Farmhouse. Her eyes work intermittently. They're not the best eyes, but what I loved is her little Dutch shoes. And then look at the little band on the apron, and this part has the little windmill and all these great little details. I just think she's got the cutest little outfit on, and just, I love the shoes. I just think she's just so cute. Like I said, I'm not a doll person, but I love the outfits on these, and she is definitively older. And she is just $4.90 for the little vintage Dutch girl. Now, also from Auntie's Attic, this is a set of 6. I gotta do the math on here. For $27.20, we do not have the carrier. A lot of times these would have been in a carrier. It is the vintage tin spice set. This is older. This is pre-war, probably early turn of the century, early 1900s, late 1800s possibly. These would have been in a wooden box. These do not have the box, but if you have the box, now you can get the tins. They are that. They're like a very nice green. I'd say probably in the early 1900s. And they are just $27.20 for 6 of them. We have allspice, ginger, mustard, nutmeg, cinnamon, and pepper. Let's see how the insides of these are. So yeah, they're all the same, just, you know, nice and clean inside, usable. They don't have the little shaker lid insert. From our vendor, Vintage Crush. It's an MCM style, but it's not MCM. It just looks at, it's a 3x3 diameter opening. It is metal, little sunburst frame from Azure Homes for $6.40. So it is newer, but it is vintage style, and it's just a very small opening, 3x3. So if you have a photo, I know that the kids' photos are all coming out now from the schools. That's the tinier size. All right, from our vendor, Pickin' Wildflowers. Now this, let's see. This is Delft. This was made in Holland in the Delft region. Yeah, I don't know of any of those right now, Jordan. I don't have any of those right now. We've had the ironstone butter pats in the past, the thick ironstone ones, but I don't think there's any in here right now. So this is just $8 for the Delft Blue lidded sugar. It's Delft Blue, and then it's got, I don't know if you're familiar with the various patterns. This is blue onion on the top, actually. So if you're familiar with blue onion, this one's like a cross of blue onion with the traditional Delft, and like I said, it actually is made in the Delft region. So, and what I thought about this one, what I like about this size is I just thought this was a nice trinket dish, even on top of like your vanity or your nightstand. You can throw your rings and stuff in it. So, okay. I've got a tray here full of goodies. All right, also from Pickin' Wildflowers. I don't know if I've ever pulled these guys up before, but their price is right. They're $4.80. They're just vintage little, probably made in Japan. What does that say? Yep, Japan. There's the Japan stamp. They just look like they're Japan. They both have their stoppers. They have the googly eyes. It's the little owl salt and pepper for $4.80 for the pair. So I just thought those were cute. Those are from Pickin' Wildflowers. So for any of our friends, we have a lot of friends that watch this afterwards. Just make sure if you can indicate which vendor the item was in case I don't recall. Now we got a lot of Silver Willow stuff in today. This one is from 2003 from our vendor Jazzy Junk, $7.20 for the black cat with the pumpkin. And these are made in the vintage style of Halloween. And it's a lighter resin. It's very light, made in China. It's just $7.20 for the Silver Willow black cat with the jack-o'-lantern. I thought that was really sweet. A cute little Halloween decoration to put out or leave out all year round. I also grabbed another Silver Willow little black cat because he just cracked me up, this guy. He's sitting on a thimble. He's just $6.40. I'm going to come around, and he's got this needle with the thread. And I think he's inadvertently either sewn himself to something, the raffia that he's got around him, or he did something to cause that look on his face. And he is just $6.40. All right, I see him. I'm getting messages, but I can't look at those right now while I'm doing the live. So he's just $6.40 for the black kitty on the spool. You got it, Miss Mercio. He is cute. I just love his face. Ah! I think this one on the spool. I'm going to go with the kitty on the spool for Debbie, I believe. And if I'm wrong, she'll let me know. Oh. Now from our vendor, Picking Wildflowers, I have a wooden painted embellished tray. It's 7.5 by 12 inches by 3 inches tall. Yes, the spool cat. And it says Daniel Notestone South Earth Perry. I don't know what it says, but it's very cool. It's just a very nice little distressed tray for $12. And it's been sealed, so that's not going to come off on there. It's a very pretty little job done on that. And it was great for carrying all the stuff up to the front tonight. I carried a bunch of the stuff up with this. It's a nice, lightweight, little pretty tray. And that's just $12 for that tray. I grabbed from Vintage Crush this 2-inch lacquer box with cat. It is $5.60. So it has the lacquer finish on it. I'm going to come around so we can make sure we get a close-up of that picture. He's black and white kitty. And he is $5.60. It's very like abstract what's going on behind him. It looks like the menorah there. I'm not sure though. And made in India. And it's just a nice little lacquered box. And that is $5.60 because she's a 20% off vendor for that cute little black kitty cat box. I meant to grab this last week because I just thought this was so cool. And this is $7.20. Oh, the kitty box? Debbie? Just let me know if it was the kitty box that you want now. And we'll put that with your stuff. You got it. Thank you. It's kind of hard when I've got 3 cats in a row. To figure out which cat. I let all the cats out of the bag and now we don't know what's going on. As we all know, cats cause chaos and mayhem. But we love them. I actually bought a cat head today that looks a lot like our Georgie. I was excited to find that. And I brought this up because I just thought this was cool. It's a rustic wire basket, black fence-like. It's a 8 by 6 by 4. It's a very sturdy little thing. It's $7.20. I don't see any rust on it. I'm just going to come around. It's shaped like the little bonnet type basket. And it's just it's a nice, very sturdy metal. And that is just $7.20. So, I just thought that was pretty. For $6.40 from Picking Wildflowers, I have this. There's somewhere to. It's got a nice patina to it. It's a little copper compote with the cutouts, and that is $6.40 for the reticulated little copper compote carrier stand here, and that's just $6.40. Again, there is some wear to the copper. It does have a nice patina. Not seeing any greening though, just this spotting. I don't know if that'll come off or not. It depends on if the. Well, it's got some greening down here, so somebody might have polished it at one point, but I don't know if those little stains will come off. And I do have to work on emptying this because the crate that this stuff is sitting on is actually for sale tonight. This isn't my crate, my usual crate. Now, we only have one left. The pink one sold this weekend. The 1950s brown ceramic cow creamer. He's got the little bell on him. This is from our vendor, Betty's Treasures. He's in very good shape, most likely Japan. And he is $11.20 for the vintage brown cow creamer. Very cute. I just love when they have that little bell on them. So, and the whole inside is glazed, so it's still very usable if you want to pour your milk out of there. You can still use her if you want. Let's see. And again, if you're watching this after, just let me know in direct message which item it was, because As you saw, we have a lot of the same kind of things like cats in a row. Now this is a very, very, very good deal. I don't have a maker's mark, but it is a large porcelain owl figurine from Betty's Treasures for just $8 with no damage on the ears or on the flowers. And that is just a really, really good deal on this large owl ceramic figurine. It is older. I can tell by the bottom. It's not like a dollar store, and it's just really, really nice condition on that. And it's a very, very good price for that big, beautiful owl. Just $8 for that large owl. This guy, so I can actually get to. I'll put you down here because you're fine. You got it, Miss Mercio. That's really a beautiful, beautiful piece. Hello, Dina.
I don't want to be on that camera.
You were on that camera. You couldn't get out. Unless you crawled, you wouldn't have gotten by without being seen.
Really?
Yeah. Except with you, it's good because Don, when he's here, he starts sneaking extra things up into the pile. I don't have to worry about that with you. This is a really nice little jar from Auntie's Attic. It's got the nice suction to it, and it's filled with lots of little vintage wooden spools for just $12.80, and they're the wooden ones. So if you do little craft projects with them, or you just like wooden spools, and the top on this has a nice suction to it. So if you want to put something else in it, like your sugar or your coffee, it's just $12.80 for the apothecary jar filled with the spools. I'm getting this crate cleared off. This is from our vendor, Nick. Good to go. Let's see one of these prices again that I can't do in my head. It's $23.20 for this nice old metal footed trinket box. It does have condition issues on the inside. You can see the original inside is still in there. It's like the satin. It's got some wear and tear to it, to this jewelry trinket box. It is a very nice little Art Nouveau style. And you can see it's got good weight to it. This is very fancy. And it does have a number on the bottom here. I'll get that so it's the right side up. There we go. What was that? Oh, that's good. The little hinge thing fell out, as is inclined to do on these. All right, I will get that back in there, but... And there's the number on there. Okay, come on, focus. There we go. So, and that is just $23.20 for the box. And we will have the bar that goes through there. Oh, going right back through, really? I got it on the first try. So there is a pin that goes in there. Apparently it was a little loose when I turned it. I did get it right back in there. You got it, Miss Kerner. This is really, I mean, other than the inside, this is a beautiful, beautiful box. I've not seen this shape before. It's very unusual. So let's get your name on that one. Like I said, I always try to find things that I know my regular viewers and maybe some newer viewers, things that I know that are your taste, and a lot of them are my taste, but I try to find the unusual, the things that you don't always see at all the other shops when you're out hunting and looking for items or online. So that was just really, really pretty. Oh, I get it. It's like the grapevine going through there. Very cool. Over there, I have a nice cookbook from our vendor Redreamable for just $9.60 from 1976. It does have, you know, it's been in somebody's kitchen, so it has a little bit of, yeah, maybe with pink liner. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very fragile inside what's left in there. It's very old, that blue satiny kind of fabric. So this was in somebody's kitchen, so it is a little, you know, schmutzy on it. You might be able to get some of that off, but they obviously used it. It's the cookbook that has the binder in it. So you would put all the pages, it's got these great pictures and everything in it. And it's before we all went healthy, so you don't have all the yogurt replacements. Just great color photos in it, and that's just $9.60 from 1976 for the Better Homes. I grabbed this because it is a great book. I grabbed this because it was on a really nice cookbook stand. And we cannot seem to keep these in. This does not fold up. It is a straight cast iron red scrolly. Not super old, but really beautiful. It's got very good weight, and it's just $16 from Redeemable. It's a high enamel red finish on this one. And we tend to sell these pretty quickly when they come in, to the point where the one day one lady came in, she looked at one, couldn't make up her mind, was starting to walk around. By the time she came back, I didn't know, somebody else came up, bought the stand, left, and she was like, I just had a cookbook stand, I looked at it and it's gone. And I said, you can't leave it. You got to pick this stuff up when you see it. We'll gladly hold it. You can change your mind when you're in here, but if you don't, and you put it right back down and you walk away, somebody else is inclined to come along and pick it up. So right now we do have, like I said, just this nice, really red high gloss enamel cookbook stand for $16. Shippable, but it'll be in its own box. It does have some serious weight to it. So your cookbook is not going to fall over on that one. All right, and here we have the last item, not shippable, but great for our vendors who are local pickup and can come and get their stuff. $12. It is a Papagni's Petite Sierra. It was a 36-pound crate. It's got the print on the same side on both. It's got the thinner ball, so it was a fruit crate, but it'll still hold your things nicely. And these are great because they are stackable and they just look really cool. And this one is just $12. That's why I grabbed it, because I know we have people that love their crates. And that one is just $12 in as found condition on that one. So that will do it for tonight. We will get Miss Merciel's things packed up. I'm sure that I have a few people that are going to come on later. If the pox pop on later, we found some more stuff that we missed. Again, a couple of baskets, and it looks like there's a blow mold pumpkin head in there as well. So we did miss those things. I apologize. We tried so hard on Saturday to make sure we always seem to miss something for them when they come to pick up their stuff. And we did it again, but it gives them reason to have to come, and when they're watching this later, they can start a new pile. So again, everybody, on our Facebook, if you go to events on the Gray Barn Facebook, and if you hit interested or going, you will actually, and I did it through the rest of the year, you will get the alert of right before I do go live. So I hope you have a wonderful night, and we will see you soon. Take care. Good night.